Well, hello everyone. Welcome to ESL 343 Advanced Pronunciation. I'm so delighted to have you in class. My name is Stevie Daniels. I'm your instructor. You may have actually ended up on this site when you first logged in. That's your dashboard. And your dashboard has pictures of all the classes that you are currently enrolled in. Of course, your dashboard's going to look different than mine because as a teacher, all the classes that I have taught or are teaching are listed on this page. What you're going to be looking for is this picture right here of the man speaking lots of things, syllables and sounds and such. And I chose this picture, just click on it. I chose this picture because I like the surprise on his face about what came out of his mouth. And you as a non-native speaker of English and anyone who's learned another language knows we all have had that feeling sometime in our life, right? But we're going to make it so you are delighted by what you sound like and the progress that you make. Okay, so once you click on the picture, you're going to be coming to the home page. And let me take a look at it from your point of view. You're looking at the instructor's point of view, so I will look at it from your point of view. And what you'll see here is your navigation on the left and your assignments on the right. And the thing I love about Canvas is it creates an automatic to-do list for you for each week that is open to you. And as you can see right now, you have two things, at least two things for now, or there could be more. And that's to introduce yourself and to do the exercise on page 17. So you know the due date because it will say it right here. You have a due date of August 22nd for the chat, the discussion board that you're going to be in, and for the 23rd for the exercise. But you have some reading to do and a lot of lecture to watch. The lecture that you watch is not going to be listed over here. It's really going to be just the assignments that you have to turn in. So let's go ahead and get started. Another thing that I like about this is you can also do a view calendar, a course calendar. And you click on that, and this is any course that you take. The nice thing is that you can get your month in review. So here you know you've got Saturday the 22nd, you have something due, and you have something to do on the 23rd. So it's just right there at a glance for you. So it makes it really, really easy. Okay, let's go back and see. Things on the left-hand side, most of everything that you're going to find is going to be under modules. But before we go there, let's go ahead and go to the grades. This will open up your grades, and the only two things that are due are what we've already talked about. And once you take them, you can see your score right here. And then once you take it and see your score, you can always click on it and see the answers that you got right and the answers you got wrong. And if I've made any comment to you, the comments will be right over here. There will be a little like bubble. And you can click on the bubble and you'll be able to see my comments from the grade point of view as well. So your running total of your grade will be kept right here. And of course you haven't done anything, so you don't have a total yet. And you can always go back to see how I grade. And you can see that quizzes and exams make up almost 50% of the score. And then your class participation and homework are at 30% each. And class participation is going to be very important. Those are discussion boards especially because this is going to be a very active class. You're going to be speaking a lot. And a lot of my other classes, they do a lot of writing. But this, you're going to be doing a lot of speaking. So I'll show you how you're going to do that as soon as we get there. One more thing I wanted to tell you about your to-do list on your homepage. If you ever just want to go right to it, there's two ways to get to the things you must do in class. One is to go from your to-do list, and you can just click on it, and we'll take you right to the assignment. So you can read what you have to do, and then go ahead and do the assignment. So here, the first thing you're to do in the class is to introduce yourself. And to do that, what I ask people to do is instead of just writing an introduction to these questions here, tell about your hobbies, your interests, attach a picture of yourself, and then I challenge you to go ahead and make a video. Now, I've got lecture videos on how to do all this, so I'm not going to tell you how to do it right here, because when we go into modules, you'll see that I have a lot of lecture on this, and it will show you how to do everything you need to do. So you can make a reply and then do your assignment, and go back to home. And you can do this in any order. You can do the exercises first. You can do the discussion first. It really rarely will I ever have you do one thing first and then the other. Most of the time you can do all of it in one day, as long as you meet it by the deadline, or you can log in every day for 20, 15 minutes, whatever. It's really up to you, just as long as you make the deadlines, which is really important. Okay. The heart of the class, everything lives in modules, okay? So when you go to the modules, everything is going to be week at a time. So you're only going to see week 1, because I want everybody to stay focused in week 1. But I did forget one thing, so let's go back to home. On the home page, you're going to have the syllabus. I wanted to make sure that you saw it was there. You can actually just see it by clicking here, and you can preview it, or you can download it into many different alternative formats. And the reason why we do this is because there are certain screen readers, or some people learn differently. So you can have the syllabus as an HTML, as an EPUB, as Braille, an electronic Braille. You can do it as an audio file. So these are some pretty cool things that Canvas lets you do if you need this other than a PDF file. Okay, if you click the down arrow again and you just want to watch preview, then the syllabus will come up. Now, I emailed everybody a syllabus, but this one actually has my office hours on it. And it has also the updated grading for those of you who are taking credit, this for non-credit. You don't get a letter grade, but you do get either a pass or a satisfactory progress or a no pass, okay? So this is the 3 things that will be on your transcripts, just to see how you're doing. It's kind of a way for you to know how you're progressing in class. It gives you a little bit of an idea of how well you're doing, okay? And a pass in this class means that you're earning 70%, as if you were getting a letter grade, even though you're not. If you're doing 70% of the work in passing, and that's the equivalent of a C or higher. So if you're performing at that rate, then you're going to get a P or a pass on that. And then a no pass, obviously, is going to be that you didn't get a C or higher, you're not really participating in class, and that kind of thing. Our satisfactory progress just gives credits to students who you make a strong effort, you attend, but maybe you had to stop attending because you had a life change, a job, or a family situation, okay? Or you don't have a sufficient enough skill to go to the next level yet. But those are things all for non-credit. But if you are credit, you will receive a letter grade, okay? So there's the syllabus. And I will also have a link to this orientation, and then any announcements I make will also be linked right here, and you can listen to or read the announcements. Let's now go back to modules, and let's discuss week 1. Okay, it looks like a lot. You might go, wow, there's a lot to do, but really this week is teaching you about the course and how to do audio files, and a couple of pages in the book that I've assigned. So I've really tried to give you as much information to make you successful as possible. The first thing you always want to do for every single week of the 16 weeks that we have together, you always go to what to expect for week 1. That's critical, because this is the outline of the whole week, okay? So what I ask you to do is to watch the introduction to your instructor. So if you already know me, you don't have to worry about that. Or if you're not interested in watching a video about me, that's okay too. So this is optional to watch the instructor video. It's just me talking about a little bit about my life. But you are now watching the ESL 343 orientation video, so you're already doing that. But the lecture R3, I've made an assignment for you to read Chapter 2, pages 16 and 17, and I'm going to give a lecture on that. And that's going to be the symbol and vowel chart that we're going to learn all throughout this whole semester. It seems a little bit much in the beginning, but I'm not going to expect you to learn this whole thing this week. All I'm doing is introducing you to it so that when you read page 16 and 17, you have a really deep understanding of what is on 16 and 17. Okay? I also have a lecture on the sounds of speech at the University of Iowa. It's a fantastic site to help you better with your pronunciation. So I just have a lecture on how you can use that to enhance your own studying. Okay? And then I have a third lecture on how you can use a special keyboard that's online. So when we go to do assignments next week and the week after, when you're expected to use those special symbols for those sounds, there's a special keyboard. So you don't have to worry about fixing your own keyboard or downloading any software. You can just go right to this site, type in what you need to, and it will give you the symbols you need. It's super easy. So these 3 lectures are very important. Okay, and then you read also pages 10 through 13 in Chapter 2. And we don't do Chapter 1, so we go right to Chapter 2. And then it will tell you your assignment to do, exercise 9 on page 17, and that will you'll complete that online, and then the discussion. Okay, what I have done for you is that while you get the book, and you can pick this book up for $5, $6, $7. I've sent you an email already on how you can go to cheapesttextbooks.com, amazon.com, the bookstore online, just different places that you can go, and they're going for really cheap right now. But while you get that book, you can do a preview of the chapter. So I started with the pages that you need that I've assigned, and so they're all here for you to read. But please don't get comfortable, because I want you to go out and get the book this week. Like I said, it's super cheap, and I can't continually put the pages up for you because that would be a violation of copyright for me. So I can do a few pages to get you started. So this week you're covered, but order the book. This is what I was talking about, this page 16, where we have these symbols that you're going to learn. And they're pretty easy once you get used to them. It's like the periodic chart in chemistry. You know, remember that? You had to learn the symbol for the element? It's the same for this. We have a symbol for our sounds. And most of the symbols you recognize. But on a few of them that we have special symbols for that particular sound. So you'll just have to learn maybe 7 or 8 new ones. Okay, it's not too bad. And the same for the vowels. But I have an entire lecture on this, so you don't have to worry about it. So these are the pages for you for week 1, so that you can keep up in class. Okay, let's go back to modules. And another thing that I have is you're going to use the audio recorder when you do your discussion board where you introduce yourself. And so I have a lecture on how to use the Canvas audio recorder, which is really easy. And so you can watch my lecture on that. I also have a lecture on how to use another audio recorder. And it's in the web page that you can go to. It's super easy. And it will show you how to record an audio file on a web page. You don't even have to give your email. They will give you the downloaded auto recording automatically, and then I show you how to upload it into the discussion board. So, and it's super easy, you guys. I don't want anybody to fear this, okay? So let's go back to modules. So week 1, you're just doing a lot of watching, and you're just learning how to do certain things while you're in this class. The only thing you have to turn in is to do exercise 9 on page 17. It's worth 10 points. You can see it in the book. You can do the exercises before you even click on it and go online. And just so you don't get nervous about it, you can go to page 9 and see what it is. But I will show you what it looks like a little bit here. So we're going to take the quiz. And as soon as that comes up, we'll just see. And you can do this on your own. If you know how to pronounce those words, then you can find which symbol that is. Now remember, this is at the end of the week after you've gone through all my lecture, after you've studied. This is not due until the 23rd of August, so it's at the end of this week. So you have plenty of time. But I also say the sounds for you, and then I show you a little video on how you, or a little picture on how you can click this video. Okay, right here. And if I'm going too fast, you just can click on this and slow me down to 75% or to 50% of speed. And I show you where that is on your YouTube. So feel free, well, this is not a YouTube, but on this sound file. So if I'm going too fast, you can just slow me down. Plus, you can play it as many times as you want to. So it's a very short little quiz. So the homework this week, super, super fast, not a lot. Go back to modules here. Okay, and then your introduction where you introduce yourself. And then if you read on how to embed a sound file, that's what you'll do. You'll go ahead and hit reply up here. And depending on how you want to do your sound file, you can do it a couple of ways. And then I've already taught you how to do this, but I'll do it here just real quick for you too. This little play button. And it's going to, do you want to, hi there, how is everybody? And you can record media, and you can use your webcam if you want to. Or if you're like, ooh, I don't want to show my face, then you can turn your webcam off. Okay? And then you can turn on your mic. Now you might get a screen that says, will you allow the system to access your recorder and access your webcam? Say yes so you can access it, okay? But again, if you don't want your webcam showing, you don't have to. All right, so hello everybody. I am going to, oops, got to start it, right? Countdown. Hello everybody, my name is Stevie Daniels, and this is my background, a little bit about me that I hope you find interesting. And then you can finish it, and then you can play it. Hello everybody, my name is Stevie Daniels, and if you like it, you can name it. Well, I like if you use your name. Now remember, I have already done an introductory video on how to do all this, but I'm going to just do it a little bit again. If you didn't like it, say start over. If you did like it, name it something and say save. And then you'll see it will put it right here. Okay? And then once you post the reply, it's actually going to show up like this. Okay? It's going to show like this little sound file. I'm going to cancel because I've already done one for you. In fact, I pre-recorded mine, and you can kind of play mine so you can get an idea of what mine is. And then you start right away doing a voice recording. Okay, it's not that one, but it is, mine was 28 seconds, so it wasn't too long. Okay? And let's go ahead and go back into class. So we're going to hit modules again. Now every week you're going to make sure that when week 2 is posted, usually every Monday morning I'll post it, then you can click on what to expect for week 2 and what to expect for week 3. Now, I might have a couple of Confer Zooms just because if you want to talk to me live and we can get to know each other as a class, those will be optional. So if I do that, I will post it here and I'll show you where you can find the Confer Zoom and how to do that, okay? So your Confer Zoom will be right under the home page there, okay? And I will usually send out an announcement on when those are. Again, it will be optional for this class, but highly encouraged. And they won't be every week. And so if I do, you just click on Confer Zoom, and once you're into Confirm Zoom, you'll hit the join button when it's time to join, okay? All right. So the only other thing I kind of want to show you is to make sure that you're well aware that you have student support. And student support, definitely you want to make sure that you know of tutoring, library, and technical support. First off, let's look at technical support. The phone number I would have by my desk all the time is this number right here, okay? Because that way you could call technical support if you ever run into a problem. Or if you want to learn how to do something, you can learn by going into these Canvas tutorials. But that's a number I want you to know all the time. Here's another number I would like for you to know all the time. And that's the login for, if you ever have problems logging into Canvas, or it's after hours and Saddleback support is not answering, it's very important for you to write this number down too. 844-600-4954, because this is 24/7. So if tech support's not answering, then go right over here to this number, and they're open all the time. Okay, so I want to make sure that you saw that. All right, let's go back. Another thing that we can look at with student support, let me go back here a little bit, is tutoring, and that's very important. So if you want to meet with a tutor and practice on your pronunciation for a half an hour, or join some of the online conversation groups, then what you want to do is you want to go to their online service, online tutoring, and you can sign into your Saddleback Canvas account. The biggest thing is that you're going to need to sign up for Tutoring 300. It's free. There's no homework and there's no set time you meet. You just sign up for Tutoring 300. Once you do, then everything's open to you. Your tutor that you can meet on Zoom face-to-face, or the conversation groups and things like that. So all of these things, again, are readily available to you. Also your library. And this is good for any classes that you're taking. And so everything that you need for the library to be able to be successful for any of the classes that you're in. Okay, let's go back to our dashboard. Well, actually, let's go back home. All right, so and there's other services that you can do too. Perfect. So what we want to do is we want to go back to our home page and wrap it up from there. Okay. So we'll go back one more here. So here we are back, and that's the course. Now I want to tell you that the first week will seem a little overwhelming because you have to learn how to make your sound files. You have to learn about the phonetic chart, things like that. But we are going to have a blast. We are going to do projects in here where you're going to do a poem. Next week, you guys are going to say a really tricky poem. And my students love to do that one because it really teaches the vowel sounds. Betty bought a bit of butter, but she said this butter's bitter. So you're going to be doing that, and you're turning those sound files in for fun and to improve your pronunciation. You're going to give, towards the end of the semester, you're going to give an oral presentation that you record on something interesting. Maybe you'll teach us how to make kimchi. Maybe you'll tell us how to strum 6 chords on a guitar. Maybe you'll read your favorite poem translated from Farsi. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you can record it and then you're going to upload it. You're also going to do one live interview with a fellow student, and I'm going to assign you with people, and you're going to interview each other in real time, and I'll have instructions on how to do that, and then you'll upload that interview. So I know you're interested in getting better at your pronunciation. That's why you took this class. I'm interested in giving you every opportunity to overcome any fear that you have, and let me give you feedback and others give you feedback, and practice, practice, practice. And I hope you go away saying, well, that was one of the most fun classes I've ever taken. Okay? Deal? All right. So I'll see you guys online this week, and I am so excited. See you soon.